Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be reviewing 13 watch straps and some watch accessories from Vario.sg. Vario are based in Singapore and they produce watches and also watch accessories. They're currently holding their end of year sale from now until the 31st of December inclusive. During the end of year sale they are giving discounts of up to 25% off their watches and accessories. So firstly, let's look at their watch tray. This is available for $24. Now, the watch tray serves a dual purpose. One can either use it as a flat mat on top of a tabletop or desktop, as you can see, or alternatively, one can use the 4 pairs of brass poppers to fold it up into a tray. So I'll demonstrate that for you. So as you can see, the mat now folds up into a tray, so one can use it to store items when one isn't using it as a protective mat on a desktop. It's made from PU leather, which is soft and supple but also very durable, and I like the design of it. I like the fact it's innovative and one can use it either as a protective mat or alternatively as a tray depending on one's needs. Next we'll look at the travel case. So this is a hard shell travel case, beautiful velour fabric in an anthracite colour, finished to a high standard, metal pull to the zipper. It's also branded with Vario. As you can see, it has Vario on the tab, and inside it splits into 2 halves, the 2 halves of the hard shell. On the left hand half we have an elasticated webbing section, and that prevents the watch slipping out of position when in transit, and on the right hand portion of the shell we have a foam ring which protects the watch from any impact damage. So very well thought through design and very useful travel case to use, for example, when one's going on holiday. I like these hard shell style cases because due to the hard shell it survives impact damage and therefore it does a good job of protecting the watch in transit from any damage. Good quality zipper, nicely finished stitching to it. So this is available for $20 and I think it would make a very nice gift for any watch collector. Next we're going to look at the canvas strap roll. Now if the canvas material isn't your personal taste, they also produce rolls in PU leather as per the mat which I showed you, which folds up into a watch tray. It's also available in several colours. If the grey colour isn't your personal taste, they also sell it in alternative colours. So it has 2 straps which wrap around. You can either tie them into a bow or just wrap them into themselves as I've done. So one unravels the straps and then unravels the roll. Contrasting navy blue interior to it, which I'll show you. As you can see, beautiful velour fabric, and the inside also has a Vario tab. So nice attention to detail. Again, this would make an ideal gift for a watch collector, and the purpose of this is to store straps. As you can see, there are 30 pockets, 3 rows of 10, so enough space to allocate 30 watch straps. And as you can see, I have filled this with 13 various watch straps, which will give you a good insight into some of the straps available on Vario.sg. So just bear with me and I'll elevate it. There you are, you can see the straps better now. Right, so first we're going to look at the perforated silicone strap. This is available for $14. Nice soft supple silicone rubber. It's fully perforated with holes throughout, as you can see. Flawless stitching. I like the contrasting grey stitching, which contrasts beautifully with the matte black colour silicone. So very soft and supple. It's a thick strap, but it doesn't require any breaking in due to being fully perforated, and of course silicone rubber is very soft and supple. Stainless steel spring bars, and I like the fact it's very soft. Now I'll show you the buckle and tang side. As you can see, we have 2 keepers, which are nice heavy gauges of silicone rubber, so they slide easily up and down the strap. The stitching is absolutely flawless throughout. I like the perforations. The perforations allow for the sweat and perspiration to wick away from the wrist. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the stainless steel buckle and tang, and signed to a high standard with Vario, as you can see. So good quality strap, and this one is available for $14. Next we have the Epsom leather strap. This is available for $42. Now it's an expensive strap, but it's made from genuine Italian leather, and if you look closely you can see the grained effect of the genuine Italian leather is absolutely beautiful. This is top grade Italian leather. Flawless stitching which contrasts throughout. And one detail I like is the use of quick release spring bars, so one doesn't need to use a spring bar tool to change the strap. Embossed with Vario, the stitching on the underside is flawless, the stitching on the top side is flawless, and it also has a nice taper from 22mm down to the buckle and tang end. So I'll show you the buckle and tang end. Two keepers, one's fixed, one slides as one would expect. Nice heavy gauge of metal, signed to a high standard with Vario, as you can see. Good heavy gauge of metal to the 316L grade stainless steel, which is mirror polished to a high standard. And as you can see on the underside, to confirm this, it's embossed with genuine Italian leather. So this is a top grade strap. It really is a case of one is getting what one pays for at $42 US. Next we have the Crazy Horse Bund strap. So this is made from leather, as you can see. And it follows the classic Bund style. The Bund fits underneath the watch, and as you can see it has two stainless steel rivets. Now I'll explain how you get it on the watch. This is suitable if your watch has wire lugs or alternatively fixed spring bars which you can't remove. I previously reviewed the Vario 1918 trench watch which had wire lugs, and of course one cannot remove the wire lugs, they're integrated into the case, and therefore one needs to use this style of Bund strap. So as you can see, it has a stainless steel domed cap to the rivet on one side, and on the underside it has a flathead screw. So one withdraws the screw, and that means one can remove the cap to the end of the strap and fit it around the fixed spring bar, or alternatively the wire lug if the watch is a trench watch style. So I like the finishing to the Crazy Horse Bund strap. As you can see, flawless stitching throughout, and it's just absolutely gorgeous to look at. The ideal strap for a military style or field watch. And I'll show you the buckle and tang end. We've got two keepers, one's fixed and one slides as one would expect. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the curved buckle and tang, and signed to a high standard with Vario, as you can see. So very good looking strap, very comfortable to wear, although it is quite stiff. It's going to require some breaking in, but the quality of the finishing throughout is very good for $34 US. Now next I'm going to show you the Crazy Horse single pass strap, made from the same leather material, no stitching, so it's a very smooth and soft, supple strap. If you just like simplicity, if you like straps that are single pass, without any stitching, this is a good choice. Just has two keepers, as you can see, one's fixed, one slides, so the only stitching on it is to secure the first keeper and the end of the strap. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, curved profile to it, solid 316L grade stainless steel, and signed to a high standard with Vario engraved. So it's rather like a single pass Zulu or Nato strap, as you can see, and plenty of holes in it to get the perfect adjustment to get the fit on wrist. This will fit up to a 7-inch wrist with no difficulty whatsoever. Good quality single pass leather strap. Next we have the soft silicone rubber strap. As you can see, this is bright orange. They sell this in numerous colour options. Nice textured finish to the underside, which feels very comfortable on wrist. Plenty of holes to allow for fine tuning the adjustment of the fit. Quick release spring bars, so stainless steel. One doesn't need a spring bar tool to remove this strap from the watch, which is good. Nice low profile. It's a thick strap, but it's very soft and supple due to being made from silicone rubber. I like the squared off profile to the end of the strap, and this would be the perfect strap for a dive piece, for example, if you like vibrant, brightly coloured straps. And as I've discussed, it does come in a variety of straps if the orange colour you're looking at here isn't your own personal taste. So this is the buckle and tang end, and as you can see, flawless mirror polishing to the buckle and tang, signed with Vario to a high standard, which is laser engraved, and two sliding keepers. Nice textured finish to the underside, which is very subtle, but it feels very smooth against the wrist, and I really like the use of the quick release spring bars. So this one is $14 US. Next we have the graphic Nato. This is a very interesting strap because of the graphic finishing to it, which makes a refreshing change from monochrome Nato straps. I like the colours in the graphics, as you can see. The keepers are good quality, heavy gauge of metal to the stainless steel keepers. The hardware throughout is solid 316L grade stainless steel. Nice low profile buckle and tang, but still a good heavy gauge of metal, which is going to be durable. Stitching either side to the keepers on the top side and underside, so they're not going to slide out of position. One detail I like is the attention to detail. If you look at the keeper, it's also laser engraved with Vario, which is a nice touch. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the woven nylon fabric. It feels like Ballistic Nato nylon, and as you can see, the graphic pattern to it just adds interest. Very aesthetically pleasing strap. This would look good on a daily wear piece or alternatively a field watch. and I really like it. I think it's nice to see a pattern integrated into the woven fabric rather than just it being a plain monochrome colour. So finished to a high standard, and this one is $26 US. Next we have the elasticated NATO strap. This is $18 US. Again, nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang. The keepers are fixed, stitching either side to the keepers so they're not going to slide out of position. Flawless stitching throughout. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang. As you can see, it's going to be very durable, very aesthetically pleasing, and I like the fact that the material is elasticated, so it's got plenty of stretch. This will fit up to an 8-inch wrist with no difficulties whatsoever. Plenty of holes. The holes are welded around the circumference, so therefore they're not going to fray with regular use of the tang engaging with them. The edge of the elasticated material is stitched all the way around the edge, so it's not going to fray on the edge. One detail I like is the end of the elasticated NATO is welded, so again it's not going to fray on the end with regular engaging into the keepers. So very well thought through design, very good quality, and I like the elastication because when one's wrist swells up in warmer weather, or if one is active, the strap expands with the wrist expanding, and it also contracts again with the wrist contracting. So it saves having to constantly adjust the strap to get the perfect fit when one's wrist expands or contracts. So very comfortable elasticated NATO strap. This one is $18 US. Next we have my personal favourite of all the 13 straps that we're looking at, and this is the Seatbelt weave NATO strap. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang as before. As you can see, it's got the same buckle on it. Good heavy gauge of metal to the brushed satin finish, 316L grade stainless steel. Vario is laser engraved to a high standard on the buckle, and I like the fact the keepers are stitched on the top side and underside, so they're not going to slide out of position. The seatbelt weave is very soft and supple. It's just like a car seatbelt. It's got a glossy finish to it, as you can see, which is very eye-catching. I like the contrasting grey material which is woven to the edge of it. As you can see, it adds interest to it. The circumference of the holes are welded, so they're not going to fray. Plenty of holes in the strap, so one's going to get the fine-tuned fit. And I like the fact that the holes are welded and also the end of the strap, and the edge of the strap is fully woven, so it's not going to fray. Very strong, very durable material as per a car seat belts. It's the same material, and I really like the glossy finish to the seatbelt weave. Very soft and supple. These are very comfortable to wear for long periods of time, and as I've discussed, this is my personal favourite of all the straps. So this one is $16 US. Next we have the twilled NATO, and as you can see, the twilled NATO has a different woven material to the seatbelt weave. It's a coarser weave, as you can see. It's got diagonal lines, and I like the fact it's got a contrasting white and orange stripes running through the centre section, which adds interest. So this would be an ideal strap for a daily wear piece, or alternatively a dive piece. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, rectangular profile to the brushed satin finished buckle and tang, signed with Vario to a high standard, laser engraved, and again the keepers are stitched on the top side and underside with contrasting lighter blue stitching. So it's a good strap to look at. It's also very soft and supple, but also durable because the edges of the strap are woven rather than being welded. The circumference of the holes are also welded throughout, so they're not going to fray easily with regular use. The end of the strap is also welded to prevent fraying, so the quality is there. It's a good quality strap, soft and supple, but also durable material, and just a nice looking strap. So this twill NATO is $16 US. Next we have the Ballistic Staff Sergeant NATO strap, and Zulu strap, and as you can see, has the Staff Sergeant motif embroidered into it, which adds interest. This is a heavier gauge of material. It's thicker and stiffer, so it's going to require more breaking in than the seatbelt weave or the twill NATO that I've showed you. But if you like heavy, thick nylon straps that are going to be durable, this could be the strap for you. So as you can see, it has the Zulu style keepers, which are curved profile rather than being rectangular as per NATO straps, and we also have a Zulu style buckle and tang. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the 316L grade stainless steel, signed with Vario to a high standard, laser engraved. Stitching on the underside and top side, either side of the Zulu keepers, to prevent them from sliding out of position. So this is a very tough and durable strap, but it's also going to be very comfortable due to the woven fabric material. So it's like ballistic nylon, and I like the detail of the Staff Sergeant embroidery because that adds interest to it. And again, the holes are welded so they're not going to split and crack. Plenty of holes to allow for fine-tuning the adjustment. Good quality, durable strap, and this one is $18 US. Next we have a custom-made strap to fit the Casio World Time. Now, as you can see, looking at the end, it has cutouts, and this is specifically made to fit the Casio World Time, and it will also fit the Casio W800, which is one of my personal favourite Casio digital watches. In the early days of my channel, I reviewed the Casio W800 and I was highly impressed with it. So if you have a World Time or a W800, this custom-made strap will fit due to the cutouts. I like the fact it's embossed around the edge of the strap, and also has stitching throughout around the edges of it, and it's just a very high quality alternative to the resin strap that comes on Casio digital watches. As you can see, it's embossed with Vario. It's a thick leather strap, but it's going to be very durable and last for a good length of time. Far more comfortable than the plastic resin straps that come on Casio digital watches, and it also has a more luxurious, aesthetically pleasing feel to it. So although a thick strap, it does have a taper from the spring bar down to the end of the strap, and it also has stainless steel quick release spring bars, so one doesn't need a spring bar tool to fit the strap to the watch. I'll show you the buckle and tang end. One sliding keeper, beautiful stitching to it on the top side and underside, and also embossing. And we have a nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, solid stainless steel, signed to a high standard with Vario. So I really think this is a credible alternative to the resin strap that comes on the World Time or the W800, and it would enhance the piece, both in terms of comfort and also just the look of it. Next we have the Cordura Zulu strap, and as you can see, the holes have ringlets which are pressed into it, and as you can see, very smooth but also very durable. They serve a practical purpose, they're not just aesthetically pleasing. They prevent the tang in the buckle and tang from elongating the holes and therefore fraying the Cordura material. The Cordura is very beautiful to look at with its woven pattern. One thing I like about this Cordura strap is it has leather caps which have square embroidered squares, as you can see, and that prevents the end of the Cordura strap fraying and splitting around the spring bar, which is an area that's prone to wear and tear. Quick release stainless steel spring bars, so one doesn't need a spring bar tool to remove the spring bar. And the contrasting chocolate leather caps to the end of the Cordura strap add interest to it, but they also serve a purpose of making it more durable. And I like the fact it's stitched all the way around the edge to the squared profile end, because that is also again going to prevent the Cordura fabric from fraying when one engages it in the keepers on a daily basis. So the stainless steel ringlets are a very good idea. They're very aesthetically pleasing, and also they make engaging the tang through the Cordura very easy. I'll show you the other end of it. So Zulu style keepers, as you can see. Now, one thing I like is the keepers are stitched either side, on the top side and underside, so they're not going to slide out of position. And they also add interest to the Cordura strap. We've got the contrasting leather cap on the end with this square embroidery, as you can see, on both sides, finished to a high standard, quick release spring bar as I've discussed. Curved profile to the Zulu buckle and tang, and again beautifully laser engraved with Vario to a high standard. So very aesthetically pleasing Zulu style Cordura strap, and I really like the Cordura fabric contrasting with the chocolate brown leather. Very good looking, very durable. And lastly, we also have another Cordura Zulu strap. This is a single pass, but again it has a similar ringlet style. The stainless steel ringlets are pressed in, they're not going to come out easily, and they prevent the tang in the buckle and tang fraying the Cordura material. Stitched all the way around the edge on the top side and underside, as you can see, contrasting black underside with the olive green top side. Nice aesthetic pleasing look to the olive green Cordura fabric, which is woven throughout, as you can see, absolutely beautiful. This would suit a field watch or a daily wear piece. Good heavy gauge of metal to the Zulu style keepers, curved profile as you can see, and also a Zulu style buckle and tang, which is again signed to a high standard with Vario laser engraved. Beautiful Cordura strap. This is $32 US, and I think this would be an absolutely beautiful piece to a beautiful strap to wear on a field watch, and just very comfortable. Good thick heavy gauge of fabric to the Cordura. It's going to last for a good length of time, so if you're looking for durability but also comfort, this is the ideal strap. So that's all the straps reviewed, all 13, as you can see. Good selection, good sample of all the straps available on Vario watches, vario.sg. Please feel free to check out vario.sg, and remember they have a sale from now until the 31st of December with up to 25% off their watches and accessories. So I hope you've enjoyed my review of these Vario straps and also the other watch accessories. Please feel free to post your own comments below the video. Thank you very much.